Could we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have a roll call, please?
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here. Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of minutes for September 24th, 2024. Could we have a motion to table these minutes until our next meeting?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I see nothing under old business. Do we have anything?
No old business.
Okay, under new business, we have a request from the staff to move item Z 24-12, the petition of Rafael Mamosillo for a variance of use from zoning ordinance title 8.11(6) to allow an event space general facility in a C1 local commercial district to Title 7.10, permitted use located at 35, 34 through 36, 165th Street, with the city of Hammond in Lake County, Indiana. Staff, would you like to?
Well, we need a motion in order to change
Oh, we
the
need
order
a
of the
motion to
agenda.
change the order, or do we have second?
I'll make that motion to change.
I'll make a second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Staff, we received a letter. Would you like to?
Mr. Morse here.
Okay.
Please introduce yourself and sign in on the sheet.
Chris Moore with Nice Engineering. I am here representing Mr. Rafael Hammersillo. And this is Mr. Rafael.
Would you tell us the name of the address, please, Sue?
3536, 165th, I'm sorry, 3534 through 36.
Your address.
My address, 2421, 173rd Street.
Okay, thank you. And with you, would you like him to sign in now at this time also?
We will do. There you go. We are here requesting a variance of use permit application
Before
for,
you start, can we have him state his name and address also?
sorry about that.
Thank you. No problem.
Just tell me your name and your address. And then tell them your name.
Okay, my name is Rafael Hermosillo. I live in 1107 Hoffman Street.
And I'm with Nice Engineering, and I'm representing Rafael for this project. We are requesting a variance of use permit application for the property located at 3534 through 36, 165th Street. And the plan for tonight is to request the project be tabled until we can get further additional information for the project. We had gone through and had an inspection with some members of the city staff, the chief fire inspector, the assistant city planner, and the building commissioner, and there were some items that were included inside the building that needed attention, and they requested that we get some additional information to present to the board. At the time of the inspection, we didn't have time to get all the information put together, so we're requesting that the project be tabled until the meeting held in January, and that'll give us plenty of time to come back and present the project as a whole with all the answers to all the questions that were brought up at that inspection.
Okay. Were notifications made for this meeting?
Well, actually, we probably should have asked that question first.
Right.
But yes, all the notification requirements were met.
So should we at least have a public comments in case the
No,
public
that
has
is,
any questions that they'd like to have addressed by the, before they bring it to us?
I'm waiting for the attorney to come back online, but
Okay.
he advised that if we agree to table it, then we should not hear any comments from the public.
Okay.
But Dave, or Attorney Westland, is that correct? Did you hear what we were discussing?
If it's being tabled, there's really nothing to comment on because they haven't given you a presentation yet.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess, in all fairness, we have some people in the audience, and we have somebody online. I would ask either of those, are any of you here for the property at 3534-36 165th Street?
Could you raise your hand and let us know?
Yeah, just raise, okay, all right. The person online, are you here for that case?
Can the online person hear us?
What is it?
We've talked with the lady, it's online.
Okay. So just for the official record, when we have a request for tabling as been discussed with the attorney, we will not be able to hear from the public comment at this time. The petitioner has asked for the tabling to the January meeting, and Shannon, do we have that date? Okay, so you're asking for a tabling to January, you said 21st? Okay, it wouldn't be like the 28th? 28th, last Tuesday of the month?
Yes.
Okay, so that is, for everybody's understanding, that is the request to table it to January 28th, and so therefore with that, then you would need to have a motion to
Okay.
take that action.
This person who is here, can they talk to them after they all leave?
What
the
happens
meeting?
outside in
That's how
communications are
after-
not relevant to what happens in front of this board.
Okay, do we have a motion to table Z-24-12 until January 28th?
I'll make that motion to table.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion, a second, roll call vote?
Cynthia Hassel? Yes. Dan Faulkner?
Yes.
Roger Rock?
Yes.
William Hunter?
Yes.
Kathleen Hill?
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
Have
Okay.
a wonderful holiday.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in
Have a
January.
wonderful holiday.
Okay, can we just, I think we technically need a motion to return to the regular order of business.
Do we need a motion to do that?
I believe we technically need a
Okay,
motion
do
to
we
do
have a
that.
motion to continue with the other two items before us?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second, can we have a roll call vote?
Second.
Who's second?
Cynthia Hassel? Yes. Dan Faulkner?
Yes.
Roger Rock?
Yes.
William Hunter?
Yes.
Kathleen Hill?
Yes?
5 ayes, 0 nays, motion passed.
Madam Chairperson, we would request that you bring up both cases A and B with the understanding that each one would have to be voted upon separately.
Okay, just going to ask you if we could do that. We have
And
Z.
we also have, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you do your part, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun.
We have Z-24-11A, petition of Reliable Properties and Development, LLC, for developmental variance from zoning ordinance 2.30, parens A, to allow a reduction in the minimum lot area requirement to build a single-family home in a R1 single-family residential district located at 7809 Beach Street in the city of Hammond. And we also have Z-2411B, petition of Reliable Properties and Developmental LLC for developmental variance from zoning ordinance 2.30, parens A, to allow a reduction in the minimum lot width requirement to build a single-family home in a R1 single-family residential district located at 7809 Beach Street in the city of Hammond. Have all notification requirements been met? Okay. Mr. Poland, nothing now, or what?
No, you're fine, go ahead.
No, I'm not, but that's all. Would you like to state your name and address, and you're presenting both cases, and you understand they will be voted on separately?
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening. My name is Yesrael Rodriguez. Address 6824 Calumet Avenue here in Hammond. Representing Reliable Properties and Development.
Did you sign in?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, would you like to tell us about both cases?
sure. So can I speak about both at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, the first, I'm seeking permission for this board to build a single-family home, ranch. It's about 1,200 square foot house. So this lot is small. If we follow the code, we will need permission for this board to build. So basically, it's let me put my things together here. So the subject property is located slightly in the south of the midpoint of the block, on the east side of the 700 block and Beach Avenue. The lot is rectangular. It's 59 by 102, with the total area of 6,018 square foot. The minimum lot size for this zoning is about 7,500 square foot, so it's a smaller lot. However, the majority of the lots on this neighborhood are the same size of this lot. Even there's a current lot that we are currently building, 7815 Chestnut Avenue, that was approved by this board by a different company. We ended up buying that lot, and we're currently under construction. And basically what we're seeking here is the exact same thing. Is the size of the lot is smaller, and also the width, instead of 60, is 59. It's 1 foot short. But the neighborhood, and I would say more than 90% of the lot, are the same exact size of this lot. So that's what we are seeking on this meeting: permission to build single-family home, the exact same property that was approved by this board earlier this year. Different address, is just 1 block away from it. So, generous, speaking, that's the reason I'm here, seeking for permission for this board. I'm more happy to answer questions about what we intend to build here.
Okay, so this, what you've spoken about so far, is the size of the lot.
Is this a size? Yes, that's one. And yeah, so it's a developmental variance, C-24-11A and C-2411 parentheses B. It's a minimum lot width from 59 and the size as well. It's the area.
Any questions from board members? Right, hearing no questions from board members, we'll open this for public expression. Anybody in the audience would like to speak for or against either one of these
Sit down.
cases? What? Would anyone in the audience like to speak for or against any of these cases? Anyone in the audience? Anyone online? Does anyone see anyone online?
No, it's
No.
not online.
All right. We will close this period of public comments. And at this time, do any members
Did
have
you
any
officially
questions?
close public hearing?
I thought I did. We will close the period of public
I didn't hear
comment.
gavel.
We will close this period of public comment.
Okay. Sir, you can sit down.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hutton.
Thank you. Mr. Novak, Mr. Poland, whoever can answer this, is this pretty typical or pretty usual for this area to have this situation?
Well, yeah, yes, I did take a look at this subdivision and at the subdivisions next to it, and pretty much, usually only corner lots meet the minimum requirement in this Schleicher area, as they call it. So it's pretty common to see 59-foot wide.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So in a sense, there was a change in requirements from April 9th, 1953, as far as how the lot was done and what was needed.
Yes, exactly. So since more recent zoning ordinances have come along, they've expanded the size and width requirements, so. And just for the record, there was a home here, it was torn down about 10 years ago.
Any other questions or comments? Then I guess we are ready for our staff report for the -2411 for the developmental variance for the lot area.
Yeah, and I'll get to the recommendation, and just for the record, he did mention how at 7815 Chestnut was approved earlier this year with the same kind of house plan. And I just want to make sure you guys, that's clear. The site plan was done by the same company. We did, it seems they paid attention to the same concerns at that other hearing, such as placement of the driveway on the left or north side of the house so it matches the neighbors, and paying attention to the way that, the lot would be graded, and how it would drain, and trying to match what's already done in the neighborhood. So, anyway, looking at the staff recommendation, in the case of Z2411A, staff has reviewed the petitioner's request and recommends that the BZA grant the developmental variance should the board feel the petitioner has met the standards subject to the following conditions. 1, following best management practices to maintain the drainage swales. 2, installation of driveway apron in accordance with the city engineer standards. 3, compliance with Title Section 18.11 regarding projections into the required yards that do not permit an enclosed porch in the front yard. And 4, approval of BZA developmental variance Z2411B in compliance with its conditions. Thank you.
All right, we have some proposed findings of fact that the staff has presented to us. Any questions, comments, changes? Hearing none, do we have a motion to adopt the staff report and the proposed findings of fact as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Do you have a second? I'll second. We have a motion and a second. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Cynthia Basso,
Yes.
Dan Faulkner,
Yes.
Roger Rock,
Yes.
Earl Heim,
Yes.
Kathleen
Yes?
5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passes.
Okay. Do we have a motion in regard to the developmental variance for D2411(a) for the lot area less than 7,500 square feet in the R1 district? Do you have a motion for approval, denial?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second for Z-24-11(a).
Does the motion also include the conditions as stated in the staff report?
Yes, it
I
does.
would say that would be as far as when we accepted the staff report, but yes, we can also add that to it.
We usually do.
All right, is that okay with the motion, people? Absolutely. All right, so please add that in as far as the condition. Could we have a roll call vote after you finish your note?
Cynthia Basso,
Yes.
Dan Faulkner,
Yes.
Roger Rock,
Yes.
Earl Heim,
Yes.
Kathleen Hill,
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions, motion passed.
Now we have Z-24-11(b) for the developmental variance for the lot width less than feet in the R1 district, 7809 Peach Avenue. Can we have the staff report, please?
Yes, in the case of Z-24-11B, staff recommendation reads as staff reviewed the petitioner's request and recommends that the BZA grant the developmental variance should the board feel the petitioner has met the standards, subject to the following condition. 1, approval of BZA developmental variance Z-24-11A in compliance with its conditions.
Okay. We have a proposed findings of fact. Any questions, comments, changes, recommendations? Hearing none, do we have a motion to accept the staff report with the staff recommendations and the findings of fact into the record? We have a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Cynthia Basso,
Yes.
Dan Faulkner,
Yes.
Roger Brown,
Yes.
William Hutton,
Yes.
Kathleen Hill,
Yes.
5 ayes, 0 nays.
Excuse me.
Motion passed.
We have a motion in regard to Z-24-11, Friends B, as far as to approve or deny, and with the, also accepting the staff recommendations.
I'll make the motion to approve.
We have- We have a motion and a second. Roll
And
call vote.
Mr. Brock,
Yes, sir.
please, when you make the motion, can you state with the the
I
conditions?
think I made that as far as my comment.
That's all right.
Tonight,
I
but
can
go
do it.
ahead.
It needs to be a part of the
Okay.
motion.
He's right, he needs to be a part of it. As long as the petitioner has met the standards, subject to the following conditions.
And we have a second again? We have a second.
Cynthia Basso,
Yes.
Dan Faulkner,
Yes.
Roger Brown,
Yes.
William Hutton,
Yes.
Kathleen Hill,
Yes?
5 ayes, 0 nays, 0 abstentions. Motion passed.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll move to commissioners' comment. Hearing none, we'll move to staff comments.
As we've stated, the one case tonight has been tabled to the January meeting. We are working with petitioners for 2 cases for the combined November-December meeting, which is the first Tuesday of December. Hopefully that at least one of those will happen. We're not sure if the second one will happen. The one case will also be another event space. And this is, just so you understand, this is an outgrowth of a new event space ordinance that was adopted or effective in February of this year. And that in addition to the ones that we are talking about, which are brand new ones, the staff has been meeting with the event spaces that existed under the previous ordinance language, and as they apply for their renewal of their business licenses. And we are comparing their operations to the new ordinance. And of the, I don't remember how many we've met, but we've had a pretty good track record of that. Those pre-existing ones are pretty much going to comply already with the new ordinance, which is great to know that. There's one out there that's in addition to the 2 I was referring to that because of some unique circumstances with that one, will also have to come through to bring their conditional use, which would be typically required for event spaces in a C4 district, to update some of their language with that. But a lot of this is addressing some of the concerns expressed by various councilmen about the location of these event spaces in the community without decent regulations to control parking and traffic and noise. And so that's really what this new ordinance is trying to do is have a better mechanism to deal with event spaces. Those of you that were on the board last year, there was an event space which at that time was, we referred to it as a place of assembly, also on 165th, but near Kennedy Avenue. That one became a problem, and that one has been shut down. So a lot of these factors are coming together that led us to these new regulations. So we have a better means to control them, and if they do become problematic, we have a better means to shut them down should that become necessary.
The one that has been tabled, you've been discussing with them the new regulations, so they're on board that way.
Yeah, I mean, the one that got tabled, yes, I mean, it's in pretty good shape. There's some, again, unique things that came out of it with some of the discussions with the other departments, which led to the inspection. And, I think that's partially an internal communication issue that we have to improve upon, that we're making sure that we get that word out to the other departments faster, so we don't have an awkward situation of having to, we're unprepared or underprepared. I don't want to say unprepared, but we could have had a little bit more information sooner for us. And then, hopefully they will rectify that, and we'll see what happens in January. Obviously, it looks like we had either one or two people here. And that's why I wanted to make sure that they understood the tabling and that the date of that next meeting, so they have been advised to come back. And I believe that is the correct procedure, Attorney Westland?
It is.
Thank you. Okay. So we'll hopefully find out this week for sure if we're going to have a meeting on that first Tuesday of December.
All right. Any public comments? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Second?